Battlefield 6 can retake the FPS throne. There really hasn't been a good FPS game in honestly like 15 years. There's been some decent games since then, but there really hasn't been that one game that everyone's been super hyped for. And finally, Battlefield is back in that situation. After playing the beta, I cannot wait for the game. I am so hyped for it. And it's not just hype for no reason. It's hype based on all of the context of the game. The gunplay, the movement, the mechanics, the maps. It just felt really incredible to play. I haven't been this hyped for an FPS game since like 2010 or 11 when Battlefield 3 and Modern Warfare 3 came out. There's a lot of reasons why Battlefield 6 can retake its throne back as the FPS king. One of the reasons is because Black Ops 7 is completely dead. That game has zero hype whatsoever. Nobody is excited for that game. Who is? And they revealed another trailer yesterday, and it is sitting at an abysmal amount of likes versus dislikes. And you look at the comments on this trailer and everybody's just talking about Battlefield 6. Nobody wants Black Ops 7. Kind of reminds me of back in 2016 when Infinite Warfare was the most disliked video on YouTube. Battlefield 1 had this insane hype for it. It's almost like history is repeating itself. But I think this time around, Battlefield 6 will actually outsell Black Ops 7 in terms of copies sold, not necessarily total money made. Black Ops 7 will probably have insane amounts of cosmetics in their shop. I think people are just sick of Black Ops, sick of Call of Duty, and they're really just sick of all the stupid decisions Activision forces onto everyone. Playing Battlefield 6, it's like they're going back to the Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 style, just modern combat with that destruction everyone loves, the gunplay, the movement that feels great. It's honestly like EA and DICE finally realized what the fans want after 10 years. Just a modern FPS game with incredible destruction mechanics, great all-out warfare on fun maps, great gunplay. It really took them a long time to figure this out. I don't know what they're doing over there. It's hilarious to me that Activision is in the same problem EA has been in for the past 10 years. No one's hyped for Black Ops 7 also because of the skins. They don't give you an option to not see them. Nobody wants to see Beavis and Butthead, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like Seth Rogen and Snoop Dogg running around. Whereas Battlefield 6, they're coming out the gate swinging, looking like a modern shooter. And I'm sure they'll have some skins in the store, but I really hope they keep it somewhat grounded compared to Call of Duty and Activision, which they really just don't care about having any form of art style anymore. And it's honestly what drove me away from Black Ops 6. I'm a person that loves skins. Honestly, I don't care. I think skins look really cool a lot of the times, but Black Ops 6 just took it way too far. I know I'm not the only one that agrees with this statement, because even Activision themselves acknowledged it, saying that they took it too far. And for Black Ops 7, they're actually going to monitor the feedback to see how many crazy skins they should bring back. So I'm hoping they bring back none. I'm still probably not going to buy the game on release because I'm just going to be playing Battlefield 6 all day. Now, to actually talk about playing the Battlefield 6 beta, I mean, like I said before, the destruction felt amazing. It felt really immersive. Just when you're inside of a building and someone shoots a grenade launcher or a rocket launcher at it, half the walls are blown off, the debris is falling, your screen is shaking. You have no idea when the building is going to collapse. It makes it really tense. There was a couple times I actually was in a building just having a gunfight with someone. The building just collapsed on all of us. We just all died. It was insane. We're finally going back to a modern setting. Battlefield 1, released in 2016, was World War I, so we went really far back with that one. Battlefield 5, we went to World War II, although it was a very historically inaccurate World War II, so it just seemed like a waste of a World War II game as opposed to making a really gritty and dark World War II game. Then we had Battlefield 2042, which was in the future, it was futuristic, but I mean, overall, that game sucked ass. Nobody liked it, and it ran like dog shit. So finally, we're going back to that Battlefield 3-4 style of modern combat. The gunplay and movement felt amazing in Battlefield 6. Now, everyone online was complaining, all the die-hard Battlefield fans saying that it felt way too fast. It's like they're trying to cater to COD players. Somebody actually did a test as to how fast the speed is in game of your movement. They compared it to previous Battlefields and found that Battlefield 6 is actually the slowest game. And I felt that too when playing. It really didn't feel that fast a movement. It felt very fluid, but it didn't feel fast. It felt like a really good pace. They added in sliding also, but it's not like Call of Duty ADHD broken slide canceling type of slide. Honestly, it's really only good for getting out of combat or maybe throwing off your opponent. movement, but you can't even shoot while you're in it, and it's really slow. The guns felt really good to shoot. I know this was a beta, but some of the guns had 0 recoil, and I'm not even sure if this was a bug. I would prefer if they increased the recoil on these guns a bit. I did see some clips of a more recent Battlefield Labs update. They actually did increase the recoil. It didn't make it into the beta, unfortunately. I would have loved to play with that increased recoil build, but at least we know it's coming for sure. Customizing your weapons felt really nice, specifically the pick 100 system with your guns. The pick 100 system is basically on your gun, you have 100 points, and you spend those points with attachments. So let's say a silencer costs 20 points, then an extended mag costs 15 points. Some sort of stock to lower recoil that costs 15, a red dot sight costs 10, or an ACOG scope costs 20, who knows, but you have complete freedom to customize your gun. I personally really liked all of the maps they put. Some of these maps felt a little too chaotic on Rush, but playing Conquest, I mean, it felt fine to me. And there are bigger maps coming with the release of the full game. The developers explained that they wanted to put smaller maps in the beta to give you the more Battlefield experience. I'm not really too sure what they mean. Maybe they just mean so you can really experience the destruction and just all-out chaotic combat, as opposed to the all-out warfare with all the vehicles and, you know, helicopters, jets, and whatnot. I still had fun with them, and I can't wait for the full release to see all of these maps. Another thing that it wasn't in the beta necessarily, but they did announce it with the reveal of the multiplayer, was Battlefield Portal, which is basically a Forge mode from Halo, but in Battlefield. And I know with that, I guarantee you within 1 week of the game coming out, we're gonna see some of the best maps ever made by just random people. One-to-one remakes or brand new maps. It could be one-to-one remakes of previous Battlefield maps, let's say Operation Metro from Battlefield 3, or hell, you know someone's gonna make Dust 2 from Counter-Strike, right? Or people are just gonna make brand new maps, and we're gonna be able to play on them, I think through a server browser, if I am correct. It's just going to extend the longevity of the game. You will be able to play this game for years to come, and I cannot wait to see what people make. I just haven't had this much fun playing an FPS game in a long time, and I haven't been this hyped for one in like 15 years. There's been FPS games in the past 10 years that I've really enjoyed, like, you know, Battlefield 1 and 5 I did enjoy. There's been a couple Call of Duties here and there, but really, I have not had this much fun in a while. And I played by myself, and I played with a full squad of people. And obviously with the full squad, it's more fun. But even by myself, I just had so much fun. Like, it's really kind of crazy to me. Like, finally, we have an incredible game again, and I can't wait to play it. I'm gonna be playing it day one, and I'm gonna be making some videos about it. I'm gonna make some content with it. Definitely check them out.